What's up, everybody? King of Fomo here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/kingoffomo1, as well as my chat, which is going to be linked in the description below. I know I've been gone for quite a while. This December has been sort of a wild ride. I've been doing a lot of family stuff, etc., and I haven't really had time to make any videos. However, I have been having time to really decide on how I can upgrade the channel and do some things a little bit differently. And that's what I'm going to be doing in this video today. This is not only a video, I'm also starting a podcast. So you could also be listening to this on Spotify or some other podcast places. I'm going to try to get that going. Hopefully that'll be in the description below. Hopefully I'll figure it out before I publish this video. And if you guys are listening on the podcast, then congratulations. Welcome to the King of Fomo Daily Crypto Update podcast. And finally, I also am doing some upgrades on my website, kingoffomo.com. So definitely check that out. It's not completely updated yet, but I did put in some things because a lot of people have been asking me questions about passive profit platforms. So if you guys are looking at the video, you have Cubitek, you have PGI Global, CashFX Group, and a few other ones that I've been trying out. I know iQuandrix is another one that I think Crypto Don is doing that I want to actually try out as well. So I'm looking forward to doing some other stuff with that. And I know some people have been asking questions about some other platforms as well. So we'll get into all that. In this video, I do want to talk about a couple of different topics. This might be a little bit longer because I want to really figure out how this podcast format's going to go. We are going to talk about crypto in general, Ripple, some altcoins. I know a lot of you guys have been hankering for me to talk about some altcoins. There's one DeFi small market cap altcoin that is, I don't think it's released yet, that I'm going to be mentioning today. I haven't really mentioned those in a long time. And the main reason is because I was waiting for crypto to do its thing and for Ethereum and Bitcoin to rise up to all-time highs. And Bitcoin has done that. Ethereum, not quite. But we are at this period in crypto where we could definitely see some major movement from here on out, but I wouldn't really be surprised if we see some sideways movement for a couple of months here with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other cryptos as well. Breaking all-time high, it's pretty difficult to do. It took about 3 years for us to get here, and even if we retrace a little bit, I don't see us retracing back to $2,500. But definitely, as you can see today, we have some coins that have taken quite a dip of a retracement, which I think is kind of necessary for the next step for crypto to grow. So that's the first thing I want to get into. And the big news that everyone wants to talk about is XRP. Ripple down about 30%, realistically down about 50% in a 24-hour period, which is pretty major. Now, the news is that the SEC actually just filed a lawsuit against Ripple for them doing an illegal sales because it was an unregistered security, and the motions are in effect now for Ripple being sued and having to defend themselves. So a lot of people are questioning, what does this mean for crypto? What does this mean for XRP? What does this mean for everything else? For crypto, it's not really that bad of a thing. I do think that this lawsuit is the cause of a lot of cryptos dumping significantly, with XRP being a top 5 crypto. You have a lot of people who are giant holders of this coin. So on top of that, their coin dumped 50% in a day. So a lot of these big holders are going to be pulling out, and these big holders have the ability to make the crypto market move multiple percentage points. And it's sort of a cascading effect until it reaches a bottom, which, we probably have seen the bottom of XRP. A lot of times this can be a good trading opportunity. You can get an easy 10%, easy 20%, because these things usually overcorrect too much, and there's usually the fear usually makes people sell way more than they actually should. And people are going to start to realize that they have to see how this lawsuit proceeds before they count XRP out completely and call it completely worthless. Now, again, same thing with XRP. This correction, just specifically with XRP, is not that bad, because a couple of weeks ago, this coin did just like 2x within a matter of days. So it retracing 50%, again, is not too big of a deal in the terms of the crypto space overall, or in terms of XRP holders. I'm sure that none of them are really that worried because they've been holding for more than a couple of weeks, and they can handle this big swing. They're pretty much back to where they started, and maybe they're accumulating some more. So hopefully we can see what happens with XRP later. So I'm not counting XRP out completely. Like I said, we really do have to see how the lawsuit proceeds. A lot of people are also saying that, this lawsuit is going to give crypto a little bit more legitimacy as they kind of rule what XRP is, and they start going after these other cryptos and making it more quote unquote legitimate and less nebulous for investors to really, like, essentially the SEC won't be able to do anything else or take anything else away once the lawsuit has decided and once the clarifications have been made for what XRP and what these other cryptos are. So you do have a lot of people sitting on the sidelines waiting for the United States to figure out how to deal with cryptocurrency as a currency. So that's one positive that you can look at this. Now, another reason why I think the crypto market is dumping significantly could potentially be because of the stimulus bill. Now, normally, before, when the stimulus packages came out in the United States, I really thought it's not going to be that big of a deal on the crypto market. I mean, there's plenty of people outside the U.S. buying crypto. Who cares about stimulus? But the last time that the stimulus package got announced and when it actually got distributed, we did see some pretty major movements in crypto, positive movements, especially since people got that extra upwards of $1,200 in their bank accounts to be able to spend on crypto and just to stimulate the economy overall. On top of that, I think stock market went up. Stock market prices went up as well, which caused Bitcoin and other cryptos to go up along with them. So that was kind of an overall positive effect that the stimulus bill did have previously. Now, this time, I'm sort of seeing a correlation. Before I was like, maybe there's not a correlation, maybe it's just coincidence. But there's sort of a correlation because earlier Donald Trump said that no, we're not going to do the stimulus bill. There's too much stuff in it. They have to figure out something else. And sure enough, the day that happens, also, similarly lining up with this SEC lawsuit, all these other cryptos start dumping as well. So I think those things combined with just the fact that Bitcoin and all these other cryptos needed a correction combined together caused this to happen. Now, we're not looking at like terrible 2017 levels of dumpage happening here in the crypto space. I mean, Chainlink is down a pretty large amount, 14%, down 20% in 7 days. I think Stellar's also down 29%. So we're seeing some pretty large corrections, but like I said, it's not as bad as what it was in 2017. So this is, again, positive for crypto overall. I do think that if we can get through negative news like this and hold strong, people are going to look at Bitcoin and these other cryptocurrencies and say that these are not as volatile as they used to be. And, they're still very volatile, but you're not going to look at upwards of 75% down in a couple of days span period of time, or even stretching it out longer than that. Cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all these other cryptos have held up to the test of time for surviving in these past 3 or 4 years. So those are the updates on XRP. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow in the next couple of days, especially if we stabilize. I think that's going to be a really, really good thing in the crypto market. Now, talking about some altcoins. Now, one of the first ones that I kind of skipped out on because I've just been too busy was Graph, GRT. Now, I found this at a pretty good price at about like 21 cents. It rose up to about 50 cents. It's up about 228% over the past 7 days. It is indeed correcting, and I think that this one is still going to have a pretty good place in crypto as DeFi continues to grow. So it definitely did overpump, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't buy too much of it, but it is correcting. It's down 23% today, and I think this is a coin that is definitely worth taking a look at and will probably have some pretty major growth in the short term. If you look at things like Chainlink, or even if you look at other coins like PRQ that have grown significantly. I mean they've had their ups and downs, but this one's got a huge market cap, a huge backing behind it, and a huge use case. So it is on my radar, GRT, for purchasing, especially at this price. Like maybe even a little bit lower, but I might dollar cost average down with GRT at the current moment with it trading at 39 cents. So that's one that I'm looking at. Now, another DeFi coin, I know some of you guys are watching my channel for low market cap DeFi coins. This was called XProject. So somebody in my Telegram chat actually brought this to me. It's pretty cool. I think there's some other coins that do similar things to this. In fact, there's one that I'm looking at on Polkadot, which we can talk about a little bit later, that is doing something similar to this. But I mean, that's a whole different blockchain. I have to really like get my feet wet with Polkadot before I really start talking about that. But in the meantime, this is on the Ethereum blockchain. It's called XProject. They have a couple of different things that they're going to be doing. One of them is called X Insure, which means that you're going to have insurance for new tokens that you're purchasing. So if a token does end up not adding liquidity or rugging or completely disappearing, scamming out or going wrong, having an exploit in the contract, anything like that, buying it with XProject's token will help you recoup some of what you lost because you have insurance with that. So I think these insurance tokens are pretty cool. It definitely like with the way the DeFi is, it's kind of the wild west. So cleaning it up with tokens like this where you can give yourself a little bit more safety, I think is a really, really good idea. So the first coin to actually do this well, I think has a lot of potential. And there's other coins that have tried to do insurance in the past, but I'm definitely looking at XProject right now. They have some other things going along with it. They're XGauge, XLaunchpad. XGauge is going to help you actually read code. That's one thing that people have a lot of trouble with as these new coins launch. They have no idea how to read code. So what XProject is going to do, hopefully we'll see this, come out, is they're going to simplify that code. So, if you plug a contract in, it will tell you, hey, this is what this code does. This is what this code does. That way you have a better idea and you're not just looking at a bunch of numbers and letters on a screen, having no idea what any of the functions mean. It's going to simplify it to like layman's terms to what the code is. So obviously it's not going to be perfect. You can code whatever you want to do whatever you want, but it will at least tell you the basics of a contract. And maybe for those unknown stuff, it'll give you like, hey, I don't know what this code is. And then you can search, other parties to figure out what that function actually does. So I think that that's pretty cool. They're doing some yield farming with it. So it's combining a lot, and we'll see what happens. A lot of it is, vaporware. It doesn't exist yet. So we have some roadmaps of February, January, and April 2021 when all this stuff is coming out. So keep that in mind. That's definitely a big deal. You want the project to be functional before you go ham and crazy on it. Obviously, you don't want to join a project that makes promises and doesn't do anything. And hoping XProject's not that. It's coming from a guy that has been around in my chat in a while, so I don't think that he's a scammy type of individual, and he does his research on some things. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm having it on my radar. The other things I want to talk about real quick, Wisetoken going crazy this week. Wisetoken, this is a coin that started, it's a hex copy coin sort of, but increased and a little bit better in the way that it's been designed, no centralization, that kind of thing. Started off on days 1, 2, and 3, 600, 500 Ethereum. A lot of people said, this thing's not going to last. It's not going to get nearly as much Ethereum as Hex, blah, 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 blah. But now we're seeing a heightened level of interest in Wisetoken. There's still only about, it's about 7 days, about 1 week left of this thing for you guys to purchase tokens. And we're seeing days like, I think the other day, 2,154 Ethereum for 1 day on day 41. Yesterday, 1,978 Ethereum. And there's only 3 days left for normal token distribution. So 5 million Ys being distributed on 3 more days. The rest of the days are high risk days. Anywhere from 1 to 9,999 Ys tokens can be distributed. So those are days where you can get a huge bonus or get screwed over completely. So if you're looking to just jump in on Wisetoken before it actually hits the exchange, you have 3 safe days to do that, and then you have about 7 days overall to just roll the dice on a little bit. But of course, you can buy this token after it launches once it hits Uniswap. We can talk about this in a separate separate video slash podcast, because I don't know how I don't think I want this to be super long. Let me know what you guys think about the podcast or about the format. Are you guys willing to listen to me talking about this stuff for a long period of time? Would you prefer if there were guests? I could probably try to get guests on the show. We can bounce things back and forth. Or do you not care? Have you not watched this far? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. But Wisetoken, definitely keep an eye on this one. Like I said, this one's going to sneak up on you. A lot of people are writing this off, saying that it's just a clone, it's not going to do anything. A lot of people are saying it's going to be the greatest thing ever. Like, the smart thing is to do is always be in between. Like, don't always be polarizing. Don't call something a scam before it launches, and don't say something is guaranteed success. Be in the middle somewhere. That's kind of the smart thing to do, and we'll see what happens with Wisetoken. Of course, we will want things to work out really, really well for us, but got to be cautious just in case it doesn't. But things are looking nice. Like with Wisetoken, currently we're looking at a price of about 11.3 cents per Wisetoken. Still rank 8 in Uniswap, and I think that this thing has the potential to make waves. Like I said, more and more people are getting interested in it. It's not like people are saying this sucks now after some time. Like, the interest level is going up, and when it launches and people start staking, I think that the interest level will continue to rise. Just like with Hex. I mean, Hex's community is still really, really big. By no means has it really just shriveled up into nothing. So Wisetoken definitely has the potential to grow with the success that it's had so far. Keep an eye on that one. And then finally, we can talk about our passive profit platforms. Now, I've talked about this on the channel multiple times before, but this has kind of been what's been keeping me afloat over the past couple of weeks. Like I said, since I haven't really been making too many videos or anything, and I haven't really been buying any altcoins. Cubitek, PGI Global, CashFX Group, and Wiseling. Those are the 4 that I've just been pressing withdrawal with every single day. Now, granted, this week, a lot of them are not doing well with trading because Forex is not open, stock markets are not open because of the holidays, Christmas, New Year's. A lot of that stuff is closed, so you literally just can't make money during these days. But Cubitek obviously, honestly, has been surprising. They've been having some nice percentages in the past couple days, even though we're coming up to Christmas Eve and Christmas here. So, definitely, like I said, I'm going to be updating my website to answer the questions. A lot of people have been asking me so many questions about Cubitek, about CashFX Group. What are the earning plans? What about this? What about that? So I want to answer some of that stuff more simply in my website. And if you go to my website, kingoffomo.com, and you just click on platforms and find the one, I'll put stuff there, and if anybody asks questions in the comments section, I'll add it to the website so that, it's a frequently asked questions or something like that. Another platform that actually bit the dust earlier this week or this month is Mirror Trading International. This is one that I tried out. I actually used almost probably a little over a year ago, and it worked out really, really well. And I decided to pull out because the profits weren't super good. They were okay. They had a lot of just transparency, and they had a lot of really good stuff going on. And this is just something that happens. No matter how much transparency you have, nothing is a guarantee ever. And Mirror Trading International, I would even maybe put that above even CashFX Group in terms of just, it looked really, really good. But lo and behold, over the past couple of weeks, the CEO, I think Johann Steinberg, whatever his name was, disappeared completely. This is a real person that's talked multiple times. I think the SEC of Australia, or wherever they're based, sent them some warnings and said, you got to shut down. They found some problems, and everything just collapsed. And the leadership behind Mirror Trading International, I guess, quote unquote leadership, they didn't have any controls. Johann was the only person that could do anything, which is a major problem. And that's the thing. That can happen to any of these platforms. A lot of people ask me what's the safest thing, and I say there's no such thing as the safest thing. I can't answer that question. Unless I'm running it myself personally, I don't know what's going to happen with any of these platforms, even if they've been working out well for Mirror Trading International. It's been up for over a year, since 2019. That thing's been around, and it's almost 2021. That thing's been around for a long time and done well for a lot of people. But that thing had thousands of Bitcoin in it, and to see it just disappear is gut wrenching, honestly. So I am careful, even though I'm using passive profit platforms like PGI Global Cash, FX Group, and Cubitech. I'm not putting everything that I possibly own in there. If any of them do collapse, it's gonna be upsetting, but it's not gonna end me. It's not gonna make me quit crypto or anything like that. So you just gotta be careful. That's one of the, like, I like to talk positive. And if you guys are following my Telegram channel, you saw the earnings reports that for the past like weeks I've been posting how much I've been earning, or how much you can earn if you put $100,000 in each platform. And it's really good, but you can have good times like that, and you can have gut-wrenching, terrible times like what's happening with Mirror Trading International. So just being prepared for all that stuff is like it's rule number one of crypto is be prepared for and anything and everything to happen, especially if the crypto's not in your wallet. Anyway, that is everything for today, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Is there any other altcoins you want me to talk about? I know there's tons. Have a conversation with me in my Telegram chat. It's t.me/kingoffomo1. The chat will be linked in the description as well. I will catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.